On today's episode, Dave Mustaine replaces David Ellefson's tracks with somebody. We don't know who yet. All right, roll the intro. Welcome back to the news show. This is going to be the first week where I give it a shot of doing just a single story per episode and having daily uploads. Hopefully. We'll see. Anyways, go ahead and jump into the story. So this comes from blabbermouth.net. This is from a few days ago. Dave Mustaine confirms David Ellefson will not appear on upcoming Megadeth album. So if you don't know the full story so far, in the David Ellefson wags his dick around online story, basically videos were leaked of him jerking it to a 19-year-old over FaceTime or something. You can go watch my previous episodes. I swear to God, this is like the 5th time we're talking about him. The drama does not stop. But yeah, so it appears that Dave Mustaine is not going to have David Ellefson on the new Megadeth album. David Ellefson's already been kicked out of the band. That was from a few episodes ago. But it looks like they're actually going to full on replace his tracks because I'm pretty sure that the album was close to being done. So let's go ahead and read this. David Mustaine says the David Ellefson's long-completed bass tracks on the upcoming Megadeth album will be removed and re-recorded by another bassist prior to the record's release. Ellefson laid down his bass tracks on Megadeth's 16th LP in May 2020 at a studio in Nashville, Tennessee. A short time later, he raved about his performance on the record, telling the 96.7 kcal FM radio program Wired and the Empire that his musical chemistry with Megadeth drummer Dirk Verberen, pretty sure I pronounced that right, was comparable to the interplay between Geddy Lee and Neil Peart. Okay, that's fucking heresy. That's heresy. Comparable to the interplay between Geddy Lee and Neil Peart on classic Rush albums. I feel like on the new Megadeth record, me and Dirk have those same moments, he said. It's Megadeth. It's not Rush, obviously, but in the field of what we do, there are these moments where I was just going, oh my god, this is just me as a kid going, this is my Geddy Neil moment right there. For starters, I'm going to just say this right up front. I think that David Ellefson is a very solid bass player. He's not obviously a technical one, but the dude fucking holds it down well. Personally, when it comes to like the Megadeth drummers, my favorite was Jimmy DeGrasso. And then those two actually had a really good chemistry. So I would have liked to hear what the album would sound like with David Ellefson, but what you gonna do? Earlier today, Thursday, June 17th, like I said, this is from a few days ago, Mustaine announced during an episode of his Gimme Radio program, The Dave Mustaine Show, that's fucking worse name than my show, god damn it, that Ellefson's bass tracks will not be used on the new Megadeth LP. Quote, I just want to thank you all for the kind words and support as we get ready for this next tour and continue to hunt for a new bass player, the Megadeth leader said, as transcribed by Blabbermouth. We are making progress. The record is being completed and we're going to have someone coming in a couple of weeks to replace the bass tracks that we had, which should be relatively quick because the person we're talking to is a stellar bass player, and hopefully this will be an ongoing thing after the recording. Or we'll find someone prior to the recording that'll be our permanent guy going forward. So, I mean, Dave Mustaine does have a habit of asking old Megadeth members to come back, so I wouldn't mind seeing, like, James Lomenzo, who was the bassist before David Ellefson rejoined. The guy was pretty fucking solid, but if I'm not mistaken, he's the one who did United Abominations. That album was really good, honestly. that was, like, honestly, in my opinion, the last good Megadeth album. Alright, continuing, Ellefson was dismissed from Megadeth late last month, just days after sexually tinged messages and explicit video footage involving the bassist were posted on Twitter. The longtime Megadeth member later released a statement on Instagram denying all the social media chatter that he groomed an underage fan. Fuck it, we'll continue. He also filed a report with the police department in Scottsdale, Arizona, alleging unlawful distribution of sexually explicit images of Ellefson by unknown offenders. In the report, Ellefson admitted that he had been exchanging sexual text messages with a Dutch teenager who captured a video of several of their virtual masturbating encounters without his consent and shared them with friends. According to Ellefson, the woman was 19 at the time of the first virtual sexual encounter, and also the lady herself also said she was 19. So, I personally don't think he was grooming. I still think it was probably not the best idea he's ever had. The 56-year-old Ellefson, who lives in Scottsdale, first became aware of the video on May 9th when the claim David Ellefson of Megadeth is a pedophile appeared on Instagram. I know it's going to be semantics, but let's not fucking water down the word pedophile. It's creepy. Yes, absolutely creepy. The dude's married, 56, jerking it to a 19-year-old. Pretty fucking creepy. Not illegal, and not pedophilia. Just saying. Ellefson told police he was notified on May 14th by Megadeth that the band would be parting ways with him. 3 days later, he was fired. On May 24th, Mustaine, who formed Megadeth with Ellefson in 1983, announced the bassist's departure from the band, saying, "We do not take this decision lightly. While we do not know every detail of what occurred with an already strained relationship, what was already been revealed now is enough to make working together impossible moving forward," Mustaine wrote. So I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure I've said in every episode involving David Ellefson so far, Dave Mustaine is like the biggest fucking diva in metal. So I'm curious as to what the strained relationship was based on. But obviously it's probably best for both parties to just break it off and go on with their own lives. 2 days later, Ellefson released a follow-up statement in which he vowed to file a defamation lawsuit against the person who illegally posted a very private video of the bassist and made false allegations against him. He also said he was working with the police in Scottsdale in their investigation into charges regarding revenge pornography to be filed against the person who posted the video. This person will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. So it's my understanding of the law that what the person did was very illegal and probably deserves to be charged. You cannot be spreading videos of someone jerking it off without them being notified. Probably not the best choice. Mildly understandable as to why they did it, but there's probably better ways to do this. He went on to say that he was taking his time to be with my family because, talk about a fucking strained marriage at this point, and wished his bandmates the best with their upcoming tour. Megadeth is currently scheduled to take part in the Metal Tour of the Year with Lamb of God beginning on August 20th in Austin. Megadeth is also slated to appear at the Slipknot-curated Knotfest in September in Iowa. Ellefson was in Megadeth from the band's inception in 1983 to 2002, and again from 2010 until his latest departure. David, who studied for a year at Concordia Lutheran Seminary in St. Louis nearly a decade ago, and his wife, Julie Ellefson, have been married for 27 years. They have 2 children. So, there you go. Just more fucking drama coming out of the Megadeth camp. Would it be considered lost media? I don't know. If it is considered lost media, let's get someone on that to try and get the original tracks. Because I'm personally very, very curious as to what that would have sounded like. But at the same time, I'm kind of hyped to see who they're going to bring in. Like I said, I would like to see James Lomenzo or maybe someone else new to the Megadeth camp. But anyways, there you go. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to do this more often and hopefully to a bigger audience at some point. Please leave a comment and do all that good YouTube spicing up the algorithm things. You can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BK_Vtuber. I like to stream twice a week or 3 times a week, making music, playing games, all that fun stuff. You can also follow me on Twitter at BKVTuber, no underscore, where I post occasional hot takes and shit posts. Alright, peace.